Pingelly's your typical wheat belt, small community. The Pendulum Development Association came about after the Pendulum Progress Association went into recess and reinvented the Pendulum Development Association into what it is today. We actually run from the CRC. We're fully supported by the Community Resource Centre. We have all our meetings here. PDA identified that one of the big things about rural communities is that we all volunteer. Without that, our community doesn't exist. And with probably over 70 or more organisations within Pendulum, meant that you had to have 70 presidents, 70 secretaries, 70 treasurers, etc., etc. So they identified that there was a need to consolidate that. So the PDA now exists as an organisation that umbrellas other groups. The PDA is the incorporated body, and so the groups that come in under us don't have to worry about the governance side of things, which means they don't need presidents and secretaries and treasurers or bank accounts or all that governance stuff that you need to have. The PDA is that umbrella organisation, and we supply that. We do the insurance for the groups, we have the incorporation for the groups, we have a constitution, and we have the president, secretaries, and we run all the bank accounts. They have control over all their bank accounts, but they all come under our secretary and treasurer. So that then the groups can just get on doing what they want to do. And the Men's Shed is a typical example of they just want to do what Men's Shed do. They want to get up there and tinker with whatever and chat and have a cup of tea. They don't need to worry about their insurance or their incorporation or any of those things. They don't need presidents and secretaries and having meetings, because that's not what they want to do. They don't need to be audited, all those things that bog them down.
This was a completely new concept to me when we first started a Men's Shed. We thought we'd have to go through this incorporation process and keep formal meeting details and what have you, and then it was suggested to us that we consider coming in under their umbrella to run our Men's Shed, which meant that we didn't have to keep formal records, we didn't have to have office bearers, and then in due course I was dubbed the coordinator. And it just means that all these older gentlemen that come to Men's Shed, they can just get on with enjoying their work at Men's Shed, rather than have 80-year-old people trying to run all the various positions in a normal organisation. And it works well for us.
The Pendulum Development Association is helping us an awful lot when we need them, but we're quite independent actually, but they're always there for us.
Anybody can approach the PDA with any idea, and we are supportive of trying different things, and some things float and some things don't, but the idea is that we try and meet the needs of the community. When the railway station was first mooted to be demolished, there was a group of people in the community who saw that they needed to save the railway station. So instead of them having to worry about the incorporation and bank accounts and all that, they came to us, and so we set up their group within our group, and so they don't have to worry about all that governance sort of thing until they get themselves established. And now that they're established and they're well on their way to doing what they want to do, they're off and running. So we give them that nurturing role.
We had quite a few meetings with the PDA. Out of that, we started to get some ideas of where to go with this project. And then we could see that we needed a bit more force, if that was the word. You know, like they came up with an idea that maybe incorporation should be the way we should go. And that was basically, with incorporation, it just makes us a little bit of a stronger body. You know, the people out there with grants and that can see that we're actually dinkum. The PDA was very, very good in the fact that they gave us all the paperwork that was required to get incorporation happening. They actually guided us through the steps to get incorporation underway, which we did, and we got incorporation granted within probably a month or so. It's been a great journey.
I don't think the PDA is the be-all and end-all. I think we evolve to meet the needs of what our community wants. I don't see us as we should be doing this and we should be doing that. We're adaptable to what they want to, and we try and find a way to make whatever they want to happen. Because the bottom line is it's the community. Without the community, you don't really have anything. And it's the volunteers in our community that keep our community going. So if we can find a way of supporting those volunteers and making their life easier, that's the way forward, I think.